What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to come through and do a quick reading on if Nene Leakes will be returning back to the Housewives for season 17. You know, I've been seeing a lot in the blogs about her returning or possibly returning. I'm a Nene Leakes fan. I do pray that she comes back on the Housewives or on the big screen like TV and stuff like that. I do miss seeing her on TV. I do enjoy her YouTube channel. I watch faithfully, but I do miss her commentary and comedic timing on the Housewives. I would say, you know, if I was to talk to anybody, that there's no better housewife than Nene Leakes. She's the ultimate epitome of what a housewife is. I love her to pieces. So without further ado, let's see what the cards have to say about Nene Leakes returning to the Housewives of Atlanta for season 17. Let's see. Will Nene Leakes be returning to the Housewives for season 17? Will we see Nene Leakes back on the Housewives for season 17? Can you show me if Nene Leakes will be returning to the Housewives for season 17? Let's see. Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes. Nene Leakes. Let's see what the cards have to say. Sorry, I don't read reversals. My cards are all mixed up. So, well, what I'll start by, I'll say that Bravo know that Nene Leakes is the ultimate queen. They do know that people want her back. I do see a lot of changes between Nene Leakes and Bravo. Maybe even some thought about her returning. Probably like conversation too, telling them how much the fans love her and, the possibility of wanting to bring her back. But I do see somebody here who is very stubborn and being very calculated with a decision. It could be Nene Leakes there, being calculated. She loved the Housewives, but I see that she's in her head about a decision. If they have come to her with this, they probably have come to her with small talk. But I definitely see her being in her head about some things. I feel as if, she do decide to go back. She's saying, listen, things gotta change, the way we're treated. I see that they're not treated like the Beverly Hills girls, and Nene Leakes is saying, listen, we was the #1 show for such a long time. It's failing now, but I think that if things change, we can get back to that spot. I definitely see her, that's a possibility that she might return. I definitely see that. I would love to see it too. But with the death and rebirth card, Nene always say, it's funny, I'm looking at this card, she always mentioned that the Housewives was her baby. And look at that. If you look at the death card, it reads death and rebirth. So there's something brewing here. Something brewing. Let's look more into this here. Let's see. Let's start with this Empress. Why is this Empress here? For Nene Leakes returning to the Housewives for season 17. What do you want me to see and know? With this Empress here for Nene Leakes and the Housewives for season 17. What do you want me to see and know? All I heard was, baby, I'm a star. Look at that, the 6 of Wands. I definitely can see her coming back. And what I say, Bravo is communicating with her and letting her know that, people know that you're a star. And people want to see you, People want to see you. Let's go with this death and rebirth card. Why is I hear from Miss Nene Leakes and her return to the Housewives of Atlanta season 17? What do you want me to see in that spirit? Why is the death and rebirth card here? Look at that. There's an offer, sorry. There's an offer here. Look at that. A nice coin. Something got to change. She want to be paid good too. I'm not settling for nothing less. You know, I know what I bring to the table. So give me the biggest and baddest coin you got. All right, Spirit. Let's see. Why is the Six of Swords here for Miss Nene Leakes? Show me the Six of Swords here for Miss Nene Leakes' return to the Housewives season 17. What do you want me to see and know? Look at that. There's some type of communication, you know. They can be contemplating something. A return. Look, she's been locked out way too long. It's time to open the door again. Yep. There's some chatter. Let's see why this Queen of Swords here for Nene Leakes' return to the Real Housewives of Atlanta season 17. Show me this Queen of Swords here. Why is the Queen of Swords here for Miss Nene Leakes? It's her. You know, Nene Leakes she's a star. She knows she's a star. She's an international star at that. I can say I feel she's a little nervous though. She's a little nervous because she knows she's going to be the HBIC again. You know, the head businesswoman in charge, I'm gonna say, minus the W in the HBIC. But anyway, I see her. You know, in her. She's contemplating, you know, she's a little stagnant on this or whatever. She's really in her head about this decision. But I feel like, you know, she needs to get out of her head and get into her bag because this is where she belongs. This is where Nene belongs. Let's see here, Spirit. Why is the Spirit of Wands here for Miss Nene Leakes' return to the Housewives of Atlanta season 17? Why is the Spirit of Wands here for Miss Nene Leakes' her return? Why is the Spirit of Wands here? Business got to be fair. Once business becomes fair, they can do business. But she's saying, listen, I am not doing nothing until things are fair. The way these other girls get treated, the way we get treated, it got to be fair across the board. We was the #1 show, so we deserve to be fairly treated as if any other franchise. Let's see. Show me this Page of Wands here. Miss Nene Leakes' return to the Housewives of Atlanta, season 17. What do you want me to see now? Show me this Page of Wands here. The wheels are turned. And if you look at this Page of Wands, you see that the wand have turned. It's time for her to come back. It's time. Things have changed, you know. It's been far too long since she's been gone. Fans do want to see her. So it's time for her to elevate too. It's time for Nene Leakes. She's elevating, you know. She's grown a lot. She's not the same person she used to be. And I think that's another thing she could be in her head about, you know, because she's grown so much. But I think people want to see her growth and people want to hear about her growth. So I think that if we see Nene Leakes on season 17 of Housewives of Atlanta, the audience will be pleased, viewership will go up, and Bravo will be very happy, as well as Nene Leakes. So I'm gonna say there's a great chance that we will see Nene Leakes on season 17. I'll follow up. Thank you.